Hi, so Steve here, the solo developer of MGP Manager. Just want to do a quick run through video of development of the update to the game that hopefully I'll get out as soon as I can. I know I've had a lot of messages from people asking when it's going to be ready. Honestly, I'm doing my very best when work and spare time allows me to do it. So as soon as it's done, it will be updated and available to everybody who's already bought the game or to go and buy the game. So I just want to do a run through of some of the main changes on the team home screen in this video, and then move on to other things in different videos because there's quite a lot to go through to change quite a bit. Um, okay, so on this screen, on the top now, we have team name, we have a season calendar. Obviously, when you start a game, you can edit the calendar, so this will change to reflect whatever you've changed. Um, Finance screen, each season, the start of each season now, you get a budget for everything. So rather than having a pool of, say, $5 million for the year, now it's split into a budget, and once your budget's gone, it's gone. So you need to be quite careful on how you spend it. The higher manager rating you have at the start of the season, the more of the more budget you'll get given for different things. Okay. So we can see what we've in my run through. I'm only on to the third test of the season, but so far I've spent $4,000 on mechanics training, just over 5,000 on some merchandise, um, quite a bit, $250,000 on R&D. That's our remaining budget for each um, area. And once the season gets going properly, we'll then start getting income from different things down here. Um, Left-hand side, so it's all fairly standard from the first game or the first version of the game. Um, Objectives for suppliers is new, so you know how to pick at the start of the season. You choose an oil and a fuel supplier. You get an amount of money each race the rider starts, and if they hit your season objective or the objective set by this particular supplier, you get a bonus of this much per rider per race. So in this instance, if my riders finish in the top three, they'll get their addition. Well, they get the $350 race start money, and then they'll get an additional 14.5 from the oil sponsor supplier, or 18.5 per rider if they get in the top three from our fuel supplier. Um, Team cohesion's new. The longer you keep your riders and staff in the team and don't change anybody, this will increase. The higher team cohesion, the better the team will perform wholly. Staff training. I've got a member of staff here doing a mechanical training course. When that's complete, that bar will fill up and then that'll disappear. I'll show you that in a minute. R&D, research and development. Currently, I'm researching gearbox improvements. It's 76% complete, and it's due to be complete in, I think, 5 or 6 days. We can look at that by going to part development. So 5 days on gearbox development improvements should be done in 5 days' time. So we'll get that for the start of the season. Also, we have a slightly revised season calendar for the next 3 days. Today's the 5th of March. Tomorrow we have our Portugal test. We've got some merchandise deliveries due. Merchandise similar to the last game, except now it shows our budget in a bit more detail because we've got a merch budget rather than, a pot of, like say, a pot of money. We have able for the class we're managing in, again, so teams championship, riders championship. Our two main riders are shown here at the right hand side. Click on one of them, takes us through to their bio page, and we can see left hand side contract, salary, bonuses, and it shows again the oil and fuel bonus that they could potentially get if they hit their targets, and the team next season. They're on a 2-year deal, so they're still on my team for next season at the moment. Rider stats, options since the last time we terminated contract, watch list him, they can talk to him about performance if you wanted to do that. That's all there as well. Crew. If engineer synergy is essentially bit like team cohesion, is how well he gets on with his chief engineer. The higher this rating, the better. Bike setup, will be, and the quicker bike setup will happen during a race weekend and practice sessions. So it's important perhaps to hang on to your chief engineer, or maybe train him up better so he's a better chief engineer, and keep the same rider working with him, and then that'll improve. This is new for this game. Rider personality traits. In this case, Hugo Ramirez is a bit of a media darling, so loves the press, loves the attention. So his marketing rating is slightly improved, although on the downside of that, he's slightly less motivated, perhaps to try and do his best or do better than he's currently doing. He's also a bit erratic, so his consistency is suffering a bit, as is his feedback to his pit crew when they do a pit debrief. These can change through interaction with you as a manager, and we'll go through that in another video. But there is personality traits for that. Like before, season's performance at the bottom for each race tells you where he's going to be finishing. If you want to terminate his contract, we can do that. This is slightly different as well. Rather than just hitting the button that is terminated, you can see doesn't want to go. He's asking wait till the third race of the season. So you could either, yeah, go on then, I'll give you till the third race of the season, or no, you're gone. So slightly more options with terminate riders contracts on that one. So we've done finances, part development. So yeah, quick video. Merch, contract as your team, contract for this season and for next season. Your manager stats. The thing that's new here is charisma. Charisma, communication, and man management go hand in hand. So that could be the better you are at these three stats, the may be able to convince a rider to sign for your team, not leave your team, um, or even just generally just do better on the racetrack. So yeah, important to try and build those up. Standings. Here we have now got the standard Moto 1, 2, and 3 class. We've also now got some feeder championship. We've got the Asia Cup, the Euro Cup, and the Global Cup. These riders are essentially teenagers, 14 to 17 years old. And it's a good way to see who's an up and coming potential future world champion, maybe. You can watch list these guys, see how they go. These championships will run concurrently with the main three, so you can see during the course of the season who's doing well in their respective youth feeder championships. Watch list them, see how they go. Obviously, only a Moto3 team is going to be signing these guys because they're too young to sign for anything other than Moto3. But it's good to keep an eye on who Moto3 teams are signing out of these feeder championships. So if you are in Moto2 or Moto1, you can see who might be worth in a few years' time trying to poach for your team. So yeah, so that's something new rather than just having a pool of hundreds of riders just sat there. Now they actually serve a purpose and they do their own little championship. You can't interact with this championship. You can't manage the championship. You can look at a rider,